This looks like it's gonna be Canadian. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. The very first one is a W. Wait a minute, guys, look at this. That could be silver. Oh, we do, guys. We have a silver. Let's see what we got, guys. 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody and welcome back to Coin Shortage Hunting. As you can see laid out across the table here, we have 10 rolls of each denomination: pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. We're gonna be going through these rolls and seeing what we can find. Of course, as we go through the rolls, we'll be using the Quin Coins coin roll hunting placemats to aid us in our search and show us what we wanna be looking for in each denomination. We've got dedicated placemats for the pennies and nickels, and then the dimes and quarters are gonna be combined on the silver stacking placemat, which features dimes, quarters, and half dollars as well. As always, if you wanna pick up one of these placemats to aid you in your own coin roll hunting, you can head on over to quinscoins.com and I'll put links down in the description below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the hunt. All right guys, check this out. These are the notes that I left on this particular set of coins. We're looking at all copper pennies. I believe that these are actually going to be all copper. All the enders that I saw were copper coins. Like you can see, that's definitely copper. And then this one over here, these are actually pretty cool because there's actually Canadian enders on these ones. So hoping for some good Canadian coins as well, maybe some old ones right there. As far as nickels go, we actually got a 1953 ender, which as you know, we keep anything before 1960. So let's take a look at that one. Yeah, that's definitely a good sign for these nickels. Some older nickels in there. Maybe we'll even see a buffalo nickel come out. That definitely would be cool. As far as quarters go, there was one American Samoa ender. So that's going to be a 2009. Fairly low mintage on those. And then as far as the dimes go, we didn't really see anything. And on top of that, they smell like smoke. So those definitely came from a smoking household, which isn't great. I can even smell it right now. Like I said, we're gonna start off with those two enders right there. So let's grab our penny placemat and dig in. All right, so let's see. Where do we have the Canadian ender? It's not that one. It should be over here on this side. This one actually doesn't look super old. This is probably in the 70s or 80s, but yeah, let's just dive right in and see what it's gonna be. So look, right off the bat, guys, opening up that roll, those all look copper to me. Let's just grab that Canadian ender off of the end there and see what that's gonna be. Man, that's a nice shiny one. I think it's gonna be copper too. Yeah, look at that, 1973. Oh, I really hope there's some wheat pennies in here. Some nice older wheat pennies with some luster left on them would be awesome. That is a 1971 right there, fairly old. And take a look at that, guys. All right, let's dump them out. We'll do a zoom here so you can see what's coming out of the roll. I don't know, maybe I should preserve these rolls too. They're actually kind of cool. It says made in USA, steel strong tubular. I've never seen a roll like that before. So maybe the next few I'll try to preserve. But yeah, let's just dump them out and see what's gonna be in there. I'm seeing a lot of copper, but no wheats so far. All right, let's keep going. Yep, I think that oh, there we go, guys. We got our first wheat penny right there. Almost was an ender also. Otherwise, you know, I would have seen that. But there we go. We got our first wheat penny coming out. Nice looking coin right there. Let's flip it over. And it's a 1958 Denver. So very, very young wheat penny. That is as new as they can be, actually. If you look at our placemat here, you see 1958 for the wheat pennies. Let's see if there's going to be any more wheat pennies in here. Man, this is awesome, guys. You don't see rolls like this too often. And look at that. We even got some nice looking older coins in 1968 right there. Yeah, that is really cool. I don't know. That one almost looks like it's been polished or something. Very cool. I think I'm going to have to put all of these coins to the side because I just love seeing all that old copper. Look at that. Nice 1973 right there. These are absolutely amazing. Oh, I thought that was going to be a wheat penny. Oh, there we got a wheat penny coming out. So that is the second one on the roll. There's a 59 right on top of it. This one actually looks like it could be older as well. It's got some damage up there on the top part of it. Let's go ahead and flip it over, see what we got for a date. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, it's not super old. I think that's a 50 Denver. Could be a 56, but I'm going to go with 50 on that one. So pretty damaged there. Once again, though, getting down to the end of it, we have even more nice, shiny copper coins coming out. Like I said, oh my gosh, I wish I could have gone back to the bank and gotten more of these. I definitely should have. But yeah, so that is what we were dealing with, guys. 2 wheat pennies out of the first roll. Let's get into the second one now. And then I'll probably speed up the hunting a little bit for you. So that is the non-Canadian ender right there. Let's take a look over here. This one, 1964, is even older. So that is actually going to be a young head Canadian penny right there. And that is the last year that those were made. So that is going to be definitely a cool coin to see. Let's go ahead and pull it out here and see what else we're going to get. Probably going to be some more wheat pennies in here, I would imagine. Haven't seen any so far, but we'll keep on pouring here. And there we are. We got down to the end of it. All right, so I'm not really seeing any wheat pennies in this batch. Let's take a look though. There is that Canadian right there, 1964. I'll show you the obverse on that. Actually, a pretty good looking coin right there. So definitely something that I will take. I do like finding those older Canadian coins. Even better, I like finding, oh, actually, look at this, guys. We do have a non-copper coin right there. That's a 1984. Here's a 1983. I think maybe these were rolled around, I don't know, probably in the 80s sometime. That would be pretty cool. A lot of actually, 83, 84. 84 is the newest I've seen so far. But look, we got another young head coming out right here. It's probably going to be, yep, another 64. So that was right on the money. All right, let's see if we're going to get any more wheat pennies out. And if not, then we will just go ahead and get onto the very next roll. I do see another Canadian coming out down here. Take a look at this. So we got, oh, actually, that's a bird scent right there, guys. Look at that, 1967 centennial year. I call it a bird scent. It's actually a rock dove, but that's one of my favorite coins to find in the Canadian series. So that is an awesome one to see come out as well. Not seeing any wheat pennies in here though, so with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of the next roll. All right, here we go, roll number 3. Just gonna slide these out and see what comes out for us, just in case anything crazy pops out. Oh, I'm already seeing a wheat penny right there, 1949. Let's see what else we're gonna get. There's a Canadian. And another Canadian. All right, I'm thinking there could be some more wheats in here. So let's just work our way through it real quick. We got a Canadian right there. And that one is going to be 1977, all right. So keeping on theme with the 70s. There's another Canadian right there. That one's an 81, all right. So getting into the 80s now for the Canadians. See if we're gonna get any more wheat pennies next to that 1949, which we saw. Doesn't look like it. All right, so there is our wheat penny, and that one is 1949, and there's the wheat back. That's a nice looking coin. Oh, of course, it's actually not copper, it's zinc. All right, so that is roll number 3. Let's get on to roll number 4. All right, here we go, roll number 4, ready to slide on out. And let's see what we're gonna see. Oh, there's a Canadian right there. What is that? 69, okay, so not old enough to be a young head or anything like that. What is this? I think that's just a, yeah, it's just a memorial. Pretty beat up. Here's another Canadian. Oh, 61 right there. It's getting back there, and it's definitely going to be a young head. Let's just take a brief look at all these here. So we'll pull that young head out right there. That is pretty cool, the oldest we have found so far. And there's the reverse, or the obverse rather, that we saw a little bit earlier. We got our 69 right here. I'll just pull that one to the side. And that looks like about it for that roll. Getting down to the end of roll number 9 right now, and we just got another young head Canadian. It's a 1962, so we'll put that one to the side. Still haven't found a wheat penny in a while. All right, guys, here we go. Roll number 10, our last chance to get some of the good stuff. At least out of the pennies, that is. I'm excited to get into the nickels, though, because we do have at least one ender there. So let's see if we're gonna get something out here. Once again, lots of good copper coins. Now, some people do actually keep just the copper coins. They don't even care if they're wheat pennies, because copper is worth more than a penny at this current time. So it is possible to make a profit on it. I don't think it's super efficient, and you know, maybe it's an investment that in the future it'll be worth even more to make it worth your time. I will say though, it is illegal to melt down copper pennies at this time, so don't try it. Those ingots with 95% copper are probably going to look pretty suspicious, but yeah, so all right, guys, it looks like that is it for the pennies. We were kind of loaded there in the first roll with the wheat pennies, and then it kind of tapered off at the end there. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into nickels now. And for that, we will trade out our penny placemat with the nickel placemat, and I'm actually going to flip this over to the other side so we can take a look at some of these key date and low mintage ranges. The reason for that is because, like I said earlier, we do have an ender on these nickel rolls. Actually a pretty cool looking roll as well. I like the design, but basically it's a 53. So if we have a San Francisco mint mark on the back side of that coin, the reverse, then we will have a low mintage coin below 25 million minted. So that would be pretty cool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and dive into it, and we will grab that one off the end. Let me see if I can actually preserve this roll as well, because I do like the way that this looks. So here, we'll just push it out like that, and there is the reverse, but I am gonna flip that back over so you can't see it just yet. There's our 53, and let's see if we're gonna get that San Francisco for the low mintage, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, unfortunately, no, there is no mint mark on the right hand side of the Monticello, so that is going to be a 53 Philadelphia, so that is not actually going to be on any of our lists. But anyways, we'll just take a look at the rest of these coins. Let's see if we can get a Buffalo to pop out for us. That would be very cool. I'm not seeing it so far though. All right, so let's take a look, guys. This is the first roll of 10, and we are already on the board with a 1953. As I always say, I keep anything before 1960. And right here we have a Denver reverse popping out for us. That means that this coin is at least as old as 1964. Let's flip it over and see if it's a keeper. 3, 2, 1. No, 61. So very close. I think I saw another Denver reverse ender coming up though, right here. Yeah, this one I don't think is going to be a keeper. No, that's a 62. Didn't look old enough to me. All right, let's keep moving on through here. See what I always want to pay attention when you're getting customer after rolls. What is the newest date that you see? So far, it has been 2000, maybe 2001. But I haven't seen any of the Jefferson modified yet. So I do like that, because that means that these were probably turned in a while ago. Like you can see all of these coins are just regular Jefferson nickels. There is a 2000 Denver right there that's looking very new. So I think these were probably turned in around 2000, which is or not turned in per se, but at least wrapped in 2000. Now this might be a different story, because this is a different wrapper right here. And actually, in fact, most of these have that wrapping instead. We have a couple of different ones, but yeah, so we got a 53 out of that first roll. These are pretty standard wrappers, so I don't really care about ripping these ones. Let's just rip into it and dump these out, see if these are going to give us any luck either. All right, right here, this looks like it's going to be Canadian. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't think I've ever found a King George nickel. It's definitely Canadian, and it's old. It's probably in the 50s or maybe even older. That is awesome. I see another Canadian coming out over here, also old. This actually could be 99.9% nickel. I think it is. Look at that. Oh, no, it's not. Just very close. You have to be, let's see, yeah, 1981 or older. That's an 83. This is definitely going to be older than 1981. This is amazing, guys. Look at that. All right, so I will say this. There isn't a chance for silver, unfortunately, on the nickels. If you found a Canadian quarter or dime like this, you would have a silver coin, at least 80%. But this is just well, I think it's made of 99.9% nickel. So yeah, we got King George. It goes from 37 up through 52, same as the pennies. Let's flip this over and see what we have for a date, guys. Let me just do a zoom in here so you can get the full effect of it. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. 1939. That is awesome, guys. Oh my gosh. I thought this was going to be in the 40s for sure, maybe 50s. 39 is amazing. Oh, that would be a good Jefferson nickel to find. I have never found anything like this in the Canadian nickels. Hopefully there's more like it, because these are awesome. Now, like I said, guys, it is kind of hit or miss when it comes to customer wrapped rolls. I think we definitely hit it good on the nickels already. Let's see what else we can get in this particular roll. So I see a 2005 coming out of this one. So that leads me to believe that these are definitely different than these. Like two different people turned them in. And let's keep going here, see what else we can find. I am definitely excited. We got a 60 right there, so that's very close to being a keeper. I would say that whoever turned these nickels in probably wasn't paying super close attention based on that King George Canadian coin coming out. I just saw we got a 1958 right there, and that's going to be a Denver, so not a low mintage coin. If we got the 58 Philadelphia, that would actually be low mintage. And there I see a 2014. So yeah, these are definitely turned in more recently, I would say, or wrapped more recently at least. Let's go ahead and open another one. If we don't find anything, I will just take the rest of it off camera and turn it back on when I find something good. But if we do find something, well, I think we should probably just keep on going here. Yeah, I'm liking the nickels so far, guys. I don't know about you. That looks old. Okay, so let's work our way towards it. Yeah, that is definitely going to be old. There's a 63 right there. I saw the reverse mint mark. There it is, guys. 1948 is the year on that. I don't think that comes up. Actually, no, 48S would be low mintage. Let's see if we got the San Francisco, guys. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, close. We got the Denver. So that is not going to be on our low mintage list, but still a keeper because it is old. Let's keep on moving through here and see what else there is to find. I am loving these nickels. So guys, I should say this. So I have been trying to get a nickel box for a few weeks now. The only 2 nickel boxes that I was able to get actually ended up being completely uncirculated 2021 coins, which is kind of what led me to doing another coin shortage hunting video, because I know if I go into the bank and ask for 10 rolls of each denomination, I'm probably going to get some good stuff like I have here. But if I go in and ask for a box, there is a chance that it's going to be a completely uncirculated box, which doesn't make a super interesting video. So that is kind of what led us to making another coin shortage hunting video, despite not really being in the coin shortage anymore, at least not in my area. But anyways, let's go through this next roll here, see what else we can find. I thought we had something there, but yeah, all right. So also, guys, keep in mind that we need to be looking out for the 2009s. Those are low mintage. We have a 2021 right there, so these were definitely turned in recently. We can say that for sure. All right, so we got a Denver reverse right there. What's that one gonna be? Oh, very nice, guys. 1954. We just keep hitting it with these nickels. Every single roll so far has had something good, and that's definitely the best find right there. I don't think I can top that, because it's just, I've been thinking, when am I gonna find a King George VI nickel? Because it seems like it should happen. I found the young heads before, although I haven't found a whole lot of those. But yeah, we finally got one. All right, so roll number 5 was our first skunk out of the nickels. We're moving on to roll number 6, going back to this design right here, which, as we saw earlier, I think these were all turned in, or at least wrapped, around 2000. So this could be good. Hopefully we can get, yeah, I'm seeing some older looking coins in there, and I didn't see any buffaloes or anything like that, but definitely looks older to me. So let's just work our way through these. Once again, not seeing any of the Jefferson modified, no Bison nickels from 2005 or anything like that. Everything looks like it's 2000 and earlier. There's a 2000 right there. It's cool to find stuff like this, it really is. All right, here we go, guys. This is where I was thinking the old finds might pick up. This looks old for sure. Let's take a look at that and flip it over to reveal the date. Yep, 1957. Pretty common right there, but definitely cool to see. And that is actually what I was looking at, guys. Look at that, 1949. I believe that if we get the 49S, that is actually one of the rarest Jefferson nickels that you can find. This one looks like it's in decent shape. Would be really cool to see an S on the back of that, guys. Let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. No, it's not going to be the S. There is no mint mark on that, unfortunately. So that is just going to be another coin added to the pile. All right, guys, nothing in roll number 7. Moving on to roll number 8 now. Let's take a look. Ooh, wait a minute. What the heck is that? We got some left? Okay, a lot of crazy stuff going on here. First of all, I'm seeing a Canadian. This could be 99.9% nickel if it's 81 or earlier. Let's take a look. Yeah, definitely 1977. So we got some nickel bullion right there. And I don't know if you guys have seen, nickel prices have been pretty volatile recently, going up pretty high. So that is definitely a metal that you want to hold on to. Actually, guys, I see a 1939 coming up, followed by, well, after this blue one right here. Let's work our way towards that 1939. Here we go, guys, coming up on it right now. Let's take a look at that. So 1939, if we have a mint mark on this, whether it's a D or an S, we have a low mintage coin and possibly a key date coin, I believe. Let's take a look here. 3, 2, 1. No mint mark, unfortunately, but definitely cool to see a 1939, one of the oldest Jefferson nickels you can get. And let's compare it to our Canadian 1939. We get the two 1939s so far. That is very cool, from two different countries. So much good stuff has come out already. I think nickels are probably going to be the favorite on this hunt, unless something crazy happens in the quarters or dimes, like maybe we'll find a silver, who knows. All right, so coming down to the end of it here, guys, we have a reverse Denver Ender right there. That might be older. No, it's a 64. All right, I think that is going to do it, guys. With that being said, we're going to get on to the quarters. And for that, we're going to be swapping out our nickel placemat for the silver stacking placemats, which features dimes, quarters, and half dollars across the front of it. And I'm going to focus on this section right here where we have the quarters, states and territories up through 2009. Now, 2009 is kind of a special year. That is when they did the DC and territories, and that would include the American Samoa, which is what we have on the end right there. Kind of a cool coin to see. You'll notice that all of these quarters are actually machine wrapped. I don't know why, but usually when I get coins, they do end up being machine wrapped for the quarters for some reason. I don't know why that is. But you can see right here, we don't really have any silver. At least it doesn't look like it from the edges here. I do see a nice shiny one right here, though. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that would explain it. It's a 2021. So that's kind of a cool coin as well. If you're interested in the quarters, there's a lot of really cool stuff to look for. Obviously, a lot of variety. We have so many different designs for every year that's come out since 1999. There is our American Samoa right there, 2009. A pretty cool coin, if you ask me. All right, guys, we are on the second roll. Take a look at this. This is something I wasn't expecting to see quite yet. I heard these were in circulation, but this is the first that I have seen. This is actually a 2022 quarter, and this is featuring Maya Angelou. It's part of the women's series, which is going to be going from 2022 up through 2025. And speaking of the women's series, there's actually a new silver stacking placemat coming out very soon, actually pretty much as this video is dropping, that is going to feature the women's series, because this only goes up to America the Beautiful, which ended in 2021. So there's actually going to be a new series on this placemat, and this right here is actually going to be the coin on that spot. So this is very cool. The first that I have seen of 2022. Now, I know that this other side over here, a lot of people aren't a fan of it. This is, another depiction of George Washington. Some people say it's not as flattering as the original depiction, which, we can put an example up right here. Yeah, there's definitely some differences there. He's facing the other way. I'm not going to put my opinions in on it just yet. I will, I got to think about it a little bit, because this is the first time that I have seen it in person. It's not as bad. I think that it gets a bad rep. But yeah, so that is what we have right there. 2022, the first one that I have seen come out. So I think I will put that one to the side. We may be seeing more of those in these rolls. But anyways, guys, I'll just keep moving on through here. I'm going to be putting my 2020s and 2019s to the side so that we can take a look at those a little bit later. There's a 2019 right there. Just checking for the W's, like this one right here. I'll put this one to the side so we can flip for W's a little bit later. But anyways, guys, with that being said, I'll go ahead and get on to the next one and let you know what else I'm finding. All right, guys, we're down to our last roll of quarters here. I've been saving my 2020s and 2019s over here so that we can take a look at those together towards the end. Those are just the ones that I didn't already see the reverse on. So since this is our last chance for silver, I figured we'd open this one and take a look at the edges together to see if we're going to see any type of silvery edges. And of course, all of these rolls for some reason haven't been opening the best. There we go. But yeah, I'm not seeing any silver there, so we'll just dump them on out here and take a look at what's inside. So here we go. All right, so there's a 2020 right there. That one's just a Philadelphia. And let's see if we're gonna find any more 2020s, 2019s. Always looking at the mint mark. You definitely don't want to pass up that W mint mark. They are getting way harder to find these days. But yeah, all right, let's keep moving here, guys. We're almost down to the end of this roll. There's a 2020. We saw the mint mark there for a second. It's just a Philadelphia. And that is going to do it. All right, so guys, we found 3 bicentennials in those 10 rolls, and that's what those look like. Some people have actually been comparing the bicentennial to like the 2021 because it's one of those 1 year only designs. These are everywhere right now though, so they're not gonna be like super difficult to find. I did find another 2022 to add to the collection. So far, it's all been Maya Angelou. And then I found a couple more 2009s as well. We got a Puerto Rico and a US Virgin Islands. So now all that's left to do is take a look at those 2020 and 2019s. I think I'm actually going to grab them from this end, and we'll just take a look at the mint marks and see if we're going to get any W's. So let's go ahead and do that now. You're kidding. Oh my gosh, guys. The very first one is a W. Okay, let me get a better handle on these. And let me put them down. I'm just holding them by the edges here, so I'm not going to be touching the face of the coins. All right, look at this, guys. The very first coin is a W, and it's got the V75, so we know that's going to be a 2020 rather than a 2019. I still haven't been able to find any 2019 Ws. Maybe that'll change here, though, because I know there's a few in the stack, and I am shaking. All right, here we go. Let's pick it up off the stack here. It's been so long since I've found one of these. Underneath it, it looks like it's just going to be a Philadelphia. But look at that, guys. It's going to be a 2020. We get the West Point mint mark right there. Also looks like it's in pretty good shape. All right, here we go. Let's reveal the reverse. 3, 2, 1. And of course, it is the National Park American Samoa, the face of 2020. As you all know, the significance of the bat in that year. That is awesome. I think this is my second American National Park American Samoa 2020 West Point coin. That is so cool, guys. These are so rare. All right, here we go. Let's see if we're going to get another one. I definitely wasn't expecting to even get one. Like I said, I thought that they had all been pretty much picked out of circulation at this point because it's been so long since I've been able to find one, even with full boxes of quarters. But anyways, let's keep moving here and see what else we can get on the stack. So we got Philly, Philly, Philly. It looks like they're all going to be Philadelphia. Yeah, all Philadelphia so far. There's a Denver right there. And a Philly, Denver, Philly, Philly, Denver, Philly, Philly, Denver, Philly, Philly, coming down to the end, Philly and Denver. Okay, so the one was right on the end, and it was a West Point. How crazy is that? Let me just give you another look at that West Point coin because it's been so long since we've been able to find one on the channel. Absolutely stunning right there. Really nice quality, especially for it being 2022 already. These things have been in circulation for a bit. So it's nice to see them still coming out in good shape like that. A couple of nicks, but really not too bad. That is just a beautiful coin to be coming out. I think that may even top the nickels, which is crazy to say. I thought the pennies were going to be the best, then the nickels, then the quarters. Oh my gosh, if we keep this trend up, who knows what's going to be in the dimes. Speaking of dimes, why don't we go ahead and move on to those now. So I'll dump all these quarters into the box. And we're going to be keeping with the silver stacking placemat. We have the dimes up here across the top of it. And you know what? I think this is what we're going to be hoping for, guys. A silver Roosevelt dime would be great. What would be even better is a Mercury dime. Now, Barber dimes is kind of out of the question. I don't see people find those too often. I did find one in a penny roll, though, one time, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so we're going to be getting into these dimes right here. Now, I actually have this little tool right here, which is going to help me a lot with this, because basically all we're going to be looking for in dimes is silver. Given that these are all customer wrapped rolls, it's going to be a lot easier to just dump them into this little device here, and then we'll be able to easily check for silver dimes. So, all right, let's go ahead and get these out of their roll. Wow, a lot of these are looking almost like brand new. So there we go. I think we got all of them out. And we can check those edges for silver now. I'm not seeing anything that looks like conventionally silver. It's difficult sometimes with the dimes because they're so small. This one kind of looks strange to me. Let me grab that one real quick. No, that's just a regular dime. How about this one over here? No, I don't think so. Sometimes that older silver has like a black color to it, so you got to be on the lookout for that as well. Especially that's especially true with things like Barber dimes. But anyways, I will take a look at these. You see this block over here? Like all of those look completely brand new. But yeah, I will look at these off camera here. I'll be looking for 2009s, stuff like that. You know, that's rare in other denominations as well. I'm just curious to see why are all of these looking so brand new? Oh, probably because they are brand new. There's 2020, 2021, 2021 again. And yeah, all right. So guys, I will take a look at these dimes off camera and then I'll just turn it back on if I find something that's worth showing. All right, I am halfway through the dimes right now and straight up not having a good time. This cigarette smoke is almost like making me itchy. I'm glad I'm wearing a glove because I remember when I was handling these rolls before, I was definitely feeling it. It was making me itchy, and now my arms are kind of like starting to. All right. Anyway, yeah, nothing even remotely interesting coming out of the dime so far. We got something right here though. What is this going to be? It doesn't. I don't think it's going to be silver, but it definitely looks weird. Yeah, it's not silver. 1996. All right, guys, we'll keep trucking through it and see if we can find anything. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Look at this. That could be silver. Okay. So we're on our second to last roll. Let me turn it this way so it's a little easier. I don't know. We may have a silver right there. It also could be a Canadian, and usually that's the case. But let's just kind of pull this aside and see if we have something American. Oh, we do, guys. We have a silver. Are you kidding me? Okay, I think we may have just had it. Nah, you know what? I don't think a silver dime's as good as a West Point quarter, but it's definitely something. I think that may make the smoke all worth it. Let's take a look at this, guys. I'm going to pull this out here. And yeah, look at that. We got a silver Roosevelt dime right there. All right, so let's pull that out and reveal the date. Here we go. So do we have a mint mark? Yes, we do. You can see it right there on the left-hand side of the torch. We have a Denver mint mark showing up. Nice silver dime right there. Let's see what we have for a date. I'm gonna guess 1964. Let's see what we got, guys. 3, 2, 1. Yep, 1964 it is. That is probably the most common of the Roosevelt dimes, but silver nonetheless. That is awesome. So no Canadians at all so far. We do have one silver dime. Very cool. All right. That actually gets me excited for the rest of these. I will look at these in just a second, but we do have one more roll to open up. So let's see if we're going to get back-to-back silvers here. And here's our last roll. It's actually similar to the last one, which was like this diamond pattern. And here, let me push these over so we can put this right here. And then we will dump out the rest of these coins and see if we can get another silver, guys. I'm actually excited now. That definitely picked up the pace, you know, based on the last few that definitely weren't super interesting. All right, I think I dropped a couple of them, so I'm going to need to check everything very carefully. But do we see a silver here? I do not. So I think I dropped maybe these two. No, I'm not seeing it. All right, guys, I will take a look at the rest of these coins. We do have a silver, which is a very good way to end this hunt, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm going to check these for 2009s and anything else that we're on the lookout for. And then we'll go ahead and jump into the wrap-up. All right, guys, welcome to the wrap-up on this coin shortage hunting video. So for the pennies, we started off with those, thought they were going to be the best, and it definitely didn't turn out to be the case. We did get 3 wheat pennies, though, a whole bunch of young heads, and a bird scent as well. So pretty cool stuff to find. But coming down here, it's crazy. We didn't find any King George VI's in the pennies, which is usually where we do find those. But we did actually get one in the nickels, which is just insane. Now, usually when you see a coin like that, you think, oh yeah, I got silver. Unfortunately, not the case with nickels, but still very, very cool. Definitely the oldest Canadian nickel that I have ever found in a roll, so that definitely is a nice little milestone. We also got another one of the 99.9% nickel Canadian nickels right there, and then a non-nickel one over here. So we kind of got like a trifecta going on in the Canadian nickels, along with a whole bunch of older Jeffersons as well. None of them were low mintage or key dates, but still cool to see a whole bunch of them to come out in just 10 rolls. Now moving down to the quarters, we were able to get our first 2022 Maya Angelou quarters right there, so that was really cool to see. We also got 3 2009s. We got the American Samoa, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Only missing 2 out of that series in just 10 rolls is pretty cool. Of course, the very best out of the quarters, and probably the best coin of today's hunt, was that West Point 2020 National Parks quarter, which you can see right there. That is one of my favorite designs. It was actually featured on the placemats for quite a while until we switched over to Frederick Douglass, and now we're going to be switching to a new one in just probably a week here is when I'm going to be revealing that. And then as far as dimes go, we thought we were going to get skunked. Right at the very end, though, we were able to snag a silver. So just so much variety in this hunt. Something really great coming out of every denomination. I am definitely happy with this coin shortage hunt of 10 rolls of each denomination. This one definitely turned out really well. and I'm happy with the result. Guys, real quick before I end the video, just wanted to mention one more time, if you're interested in picking up these coin roll hunting placemats, we have penny, nickel, and silver stacking placemats. You can head on over to my website at quinscoins.com, and I'll put links down in the description below. And of course, with that being said, that's gonna pretty much do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week, always bringing you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.